What scientists found in a forbidden tomb in Egypt shocked the world. Deep in the heart of Egypt, buried beneath the sands of time, lies a forbidden tomb shrouded in mystery. But what scientists uncovered inside shocked even the most seasoned archaeologists, revealing secrets that have remained hidden for centuries. Are you ready to discover the truth? Let's begin. Since the beginning of recorded history, numerous aspects of ancient Egypt have been shrouded in obscurity. There are also hidden tombs, which were commissioned and constructed in the Valley of the Kings by a later pharaoh of a different dynasty in order to keep the bodies of his ancestors safe. Let us make an effort to get knowledge on these tombs. Why is it necessary to have hidden tombs? During one of those periods when Egypt was falling again and wasn't the great power it used to be, the Valley of the Kings, which is where the royal tombs of many kings and queens are located, was no longer being closely guarded by the Egyptian government. This allowed for a greater number of people to gain access to the tombs. Because of this, there was a string of thefts from tombs committed by criminals. A later monarch from the 21st dynasty gave the order for the damaged and polluted mummified remains of his predecessors from the 18th, 19th, and 20th dynasties to be reburied in a secure, secret, and hidden location. This order was given by a later king from the 21st dynasty. In secret, he had a tomb built, and then he reburied the bodies of those who had come before him in the line of succession. A potential breakthrough for the embalmers. This relocation also presented an extraordinary chance for the embalmers of ancient Egypt to gain a better understanding of the mummification process and make improvements to it. They were asked by the king from the 21st dynasty to repair the terribly injured bodies of his predecessors. When they were working on the bodies, they were able to observe the level of mummification that their forefathers had achieved. They also had the opportunity to observe what a mummy might have appeared like after 2 centuries had passed. The uncovering of the hidden tombs and vaults. For millennia, no one knew where the tombs were located. Around the end of the 1870s, incredible pieces of royal jewels started turning up on the market for Egyptian antiquities. They couldn't make sense of what was going on and started asking questions like, where did it all come from? Even exquisite papyri, fit for kings and queens, were put up for sale and bought. At the Valley of the Kings, some people had the notion that modern tomb thieves might have discovered a royal grave. The robbers and the confidential tombs. The robbers displayed a high level of cunning, quick thinking, and intelligence. There is not much precipitation in Egypt, and this is especially true in the southern region where Luxor is found. The Valley of the Kings can be found in the vicinity of Luxor. On the other hand, they limited their searches for concealed tombs to times when there was a chance of precipitation. They investigated the area to figure out where the water was draining away and where it was absorbing into the ground. In addition to that, they looked for stones that were different from the stones that were found locally. They realized they had located a secret burial chamber as soon as they saw little pieces of pink granite scattered about the area. In ancient times, pink granite that had been transported there from other parts of the kingdom to cover the coffin had been carried there from another area of Egypt that it did not belong to. Emil Bruch conducts an investigation of the hidden tomb. Now the mausoleum was even more impressive than anyone could have ever imagined it to be. An inspector by the name of Emil Bruch was dispatched to examine this tomb. He was taken up a mountain trail to Deir el-Bahari, which was located close to the temple of Hatshepsut. He was lowered down through the shaft, which was connected to a pit that went down into the shaft. He discovered a corridor filled with dozens of caskets. As he moved through the area, he noticed on the ground several miniature sculptures of servants that had been buried alongside these individuals. He discovered boxes containing women's wigs. Once he had passed through that room, he came to another one that contained even more mummies. The actual discovery. Recently, Egypt revealed scores of fresh archaeological findings at a pharaonic necropolis just outside the capital city of Cairo. These discoveries included the uncovering of 2 ancient tombs. The artifacts were discovered during an excavation that lasted for a year and were found buried beneath an ancient stone enclosure close to the Sakara pyramids. According to the team that conducted the excavation, the artifacts date back to the 5th and 6th dynasties of the Old Kingdom, which occurred between approximately 2500 and 2100 BC. The team said that one of the uncovered tombs belonged to a priest from the 5th dynasty named Khanum Jedef, and the other tomb belonged to an official named Mary, who was a palace official and held the title of the Keeper of the Secrets. Both of these individuals were buried during the same time period. The excavation uncovered a number of important artifacts, including statues, amulets, and a sarcophagus that was in excellent condition. The most well-known archaeologist in Egypt, as well as the person in charge of the excavation, Zahi Hawass, presented the findings that were found within the stone enclosure that is commonly referred to as Gisr al-Mudir. I put my head inside to see what was inside the tomb, a gorgeous mummy of a guy totally coated in layers of gold, Hawass recalled. I put my head inside to see what was inside the sarcophagus. The site of Sakara is located within the expansive necropolis that was once the capital of ancient Egypt at Memphis. This necropolis also contains the world-famous pyramids of Giza, as well as the smaller pyramids found at Abu Sir, Dashur, and Abu Rawash. In the 1970s, the archaeological remains of Memphis were recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The announcement made on Thursday comes on the heels of a slew of new discoveries that Egyptian authorities have divulged over the course of the previous week. Authorities reported discovering dozens of burial sites from the New Kingdom era, which lasted from 1800 to 1600 BC, close to the city of Luxor, which is located in the south of Egypt. It was reported that the ruins of an old Roman city had been discovered in the area. In a second revelation made on Tuesday, a group of researchers from Cairo University disclosed information that had not been previously known about an adolescent boy who had been mummified and dated back to around 300 BC. The team of researchers was able to throw new light on the boy's high social position by using CT scans. This was accomplished by confirming the exquisite details of the amulets that were implanted within the boy's mummified body, as well as the style of burial that was given. Egypt is a cash-strapped North African country that often openly brags about its ancient finds in an effort to attract more tourists. Tourism is an important source of foreign currency for Egypt after the political upheaval and bloodshed that followed the uprising in 2011. The industry went through a protracted period of decline. Both the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine have had a negative impact on Egypt's tourism sector, which is currently reeling from the aftermath of the conflict in Ukraine. In the past, visitors from Russia and Ukraine made up a significant portion of those who traveled to Egypt. That's all for today, but before you go, make sure to check out our channel and hit that subscribe button. We upload new videos daily, so you don't want to miss out on all the exciting content we have in store for you. Thank you for watching.